Nick, thanks so much. For months, an Austin ISD mother tried to view video that detectives say shows their son's former teacher pinning him behind a classroom door. The teacher is now facing a felony charge for unlawful restraint tied to that incident. However, records show the family has met roadblock after roadblock trying to get the video from the school district.
Do you understand that it's part of the process of us getting our son help to be able to tell a mental health provider this is exactly what happened because we saw it with our own eyes?
Joining us here in the studio now to talk more about this is investigative reporter Kelly Wiley. Kelly, thank you for being here. We appreciate it too.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so what is the reason the district is giving for why it won't release this video?
This is going to be a little bit complicated, but the district told the parent originally, we got copies of these records of the back and forth. They told the parent they were bound by the law from releasing this video because it was part of an ongoing investigation. And we found that in an email or in a letter to the Attorney General, the district was basically citing a statute in the Public Information Act. And that statute allows for a governmental body, including a school district, to have the choice to withhold certain evidence, including videos, if they believe it will interfere with an investigation or prosecution. It's a code that I'm sure you're familiar with because it's typically used when we're requesting something, right? A third party, journalist, think of an attorney that's not directly related to the case. Anyone who's a third party, usually that's what you'll get back if you're making a public records request. But you have to remember, in this case, this is the parent. And so the school district is making the argument and has said to this parent that they have a policy to not release these videos. So even though it's a choice within state law, they have a policy to not withhold or to not release videos when there's an active investigation. And they said in the past, they've had families who have released videos publicly, and they believe that it gets in the way of the integrity of the investigation.
But still, you would think that parents whose children might be involved with something like this would get different treatment and perhaps have more access to something that involves their kid.
That's right. That's what the family thought. And frankly, that's also written into the law, right? So there's the statute that you and I have seen before that, hey, this is an ongoing investigation. We believe releasing this would interfere with that. But within the law, there's what's called, and this is federal law, and this is also state law. There is what's called a special right of access. And that basically says, if a third party is trying to get information about you or your child, they don't have a right to that. They have some public access to data, but not about sensitive information about you or videos or something like that. But if you are asking for information about yourself or your child, you have a special right of access to that. So that's kind of in conflict here as well.
Okay, so let's talk about what the breakdown is there then.
I mean, I think that's our big question for the district, and we've been going back and forth with them on this, trying to figure out, is it that one statute in their legal opinion trumps the other? We still haven't gotten a real clear answer on that, but the district did tell us, again, that they stand by their policy. They think this protects the integrity of investigations, and that's kind of where they stand on it.
So are there examples of school districts in your reporting that did release these kinds of records?
So yes, so throughout the school districts, again, they all have this state law where they have the choice to withhold videos if it could interfere with an investigation. Obviously, it could change it depending on the special right of access, who's asking for it. But there are examples where attorneys have been able to get video for their clients who are the parents of a child. There are examples where parents have successfully been able to get these videos and request them at districts across the state. So there are examples there. And FERPA, which is the federal law that talks about access to student records, lays out what parents have a right to, that they have a right to educational records. And that could include attendance records, that could include notes on your child's behavior, and it could also include videos that that school districts maintain on your child.
So where does this all stand at this point?
Well, right now, it stands that the district has been going to the Attorney General. They've been writing letters, and that's the normal process here. When there's a conflict and the parent says, I think I should get this record, and the district says, I think we're supposed to be withholding it, the district can appeal to or can write a letter for requesting an opinion to the Attorney General to say, are we right or are they right? And the district so far has written 3 letters regarding this specific request, and this case is still under review by the Attorney General's office. The mom, it's been nearly 5 months. She and her husband have not yet been able to view this video, and that's an important distinction here. We're not talking about the parent requesting a copy of the video. We're talking about a parent requesting to see.
Just to see it. Just
to view it, just to inspect it. And so far, she's not been able to. This case has now moved into the prosecution side. They've arrested this former teacher, and she has still not been able to view the video. That's where it stands.
Very interesting, and we appreciate you giving us a bit of a preview for this, because tonight at 10 you can actually watch Kelly's full investigation. It's called A Parent's Right to Know, and read more about that as well on our website, KXAN.com. But for now, Kelly, thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right.